Absolutely, Dave. Thank you. And actually, coincidentally, you just reminded me today is our dating anniversary, Trisha and I. So it's kind of where the whole story begins.
Oh, yeah.
February 21st. It's been 32 years that Trisha and I began dating.
Beautiful.
I tried on February 14th. She turned me down, so I tried again a week later.
Yeah.
So today's actually our
One thing about you I've come to learn, Pete, is you don't give up.
No, persistence. I will. I'll die trying.
Yeah.
So today's actually our daughter's 17th birthday as well. And,
happy birthday. What's her name?
Alyssa Maria.
All right, happy birthday.
Happy 17th, baby. So for Trisha and I, having dated, we're if you can Google us, you can look up our story, you can see us on YouTube.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity to speak at Life Fest for the Sisters of Life 2 years ago to share our personal story. This year we spoke at Students for Life National Pro-Life Summit just back in January.
Talk a little bit about that. I mean, and how many folks did you take down? How many people? How many buses did it take to bring Mission Love and Life folks down there?
This was the largest group ever from the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. And it wasn't just to attend the march, because the march is just a solo event. This was to come down on Thursday night. We had 2 buses, over 100 people, 85 plus students from over 20 high schools, Dave, 15 chaperones. And we wound up going to Life Fest with the Sisters of Life, then to the March for Life. Then we stayed overnight again, and we did the Students for Life National Pro-Life Summit. And then we capped it off, stayed overnight again, and capped it off Sunday morning by going to Mass at the Basilica of Immaculate Conception in D.C. I mean, one of our chaperones actually cried. She teared up because she hadn't been, and it's so beautiful there.
I've been blessed to, when I was in the military, actually, they asked me to do reading on that really high. Yeah, I mean, I was in uniform, but that's I don't want to talk about me, but I've been there. It is beautiful.
What a blessing.
Oh gosh. And have you 3 been there?
We all
you
were
there. Yeah, you were there.
They were there this year.
And
to go down into the basement, Dave, is incredible. So for Trish and I, that's where as you said, we're doing a lot with Mission Love and Life, but really where it stems from is Trish and I had a very, very unhealthy relationship throughout high school and throughout college, which led to 2 unplanned pregnancies, and Trish and I being a post-abortive couple. When we allowed God to be a part of our relationship, and He has been for these last 20 plus years of marriage, He's blessed us with a timeout and a start over. So you've heard me say before, we have a very, very powerful story of God's love, His forgiveness, His mercy, His healing, and His grace. And so that's kind of the impetus behind Mission Love and Life, is to bring this to others, regardless of what age or what demographic, male, female. That's something for all of us. And we see it particularly with the young people because they're so attracted to this. They and we are all in need of healthy relationships. And so that's what we're trying to bring about. We're trying to bring about healthy relationships on the front end, a proper understanding of who we are as male and female through Pope John Paul II's theology of the body teaching. How to teach everyone. And we're doing it with our own children. So we're right smack dab in the middle of it. We're trying to teach everyone how to date. They'll ask questions. Mr. DeMaio, my goodness, my boyfriend and my girlfriend just broke up with me. I'm having a hard time. And we want to teach healthy marriages as well. And then which leads to, healthy families. And then, of course, for those who are wounded, we want to bring about this forgiveness and this healing on the back end.
Which many people don't think that, they don't think they're worthy enough of God's love and forgiveness. But au contraire.
Amen.
Yeah. And Pete, you and Tricia and the whole organization are about exemplifying and living that, yes, there is hope. I mean, and starts with our forgiveness, being forgiven, and our humility and before the Lord, and He will forgive anything if you truly believe.
Which coincidentally is the gospel this Sunday, and anyone who's heard me speak knows that I always reference Luke 6:27-49, and then especially Luke 6:32-38, and even more specific, Luke 6:37. He can only forgive us in the measure that we forgive others, including ourselves. And so, to me, forgiveness is at thank you. It's at a root of this, and I think that's the message that's resonating with people of all ages. And we're all drawn to that. And
Yeah.
so we believe what the Sisters of Life teach, which is that love truly is the answer. And if we can focus on that, these other issues like life and wanting to honor and, all life, that's not even, a question. That's,
Yeah.
of course.
It's
Pope
all
John
part
Paul,
and parcel of it. Yes.
yeah, Pope John Paul II says that if you have love in your heart for another person, I don't have to give you a commandment or a law not to kill someone else. You're not
Exactly.
even thinking of that
Yeah,
anyway.
You'll never go there.
No.
Yeah.
So,
I shouldn't say never. I mean, it's yes. Gotcha. All right.
so focus
keep going.
on these three, Dave, because truly, we started this student leadership program 3 years ago
Is it
with
that
about
long already? Yeah.
with 10 schools and about 30 students. It grew to the to a student leader training that Antel referenced before. We had 19 high schools and 75 student leaders at the Archdiocese last year in October. Now, fast forward, and here we are, and we have the largest trip ever in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, and all these people. So, really, since we founded Mission Love and Life a year ago, officially founded the nonprofit, it's just blown up and exploded. And we think, so I'd like to focus on them because the student leaders who once were a couple years ago now are working with us in the organization. Some are in college now. One's actually in Rome. Grace Meisenhalter. She's
But where is she going to school?
she's Catholic University. She's
Okay.
over in Rome.
That's right.
Aaron, who's our very first, our original student intern, they were both on the show with us last year. She is at Duquesne University, graduating next December. So these are our original student
remember,
leaders
yes.
who were drawn to this and said, "Hey, Mr. DeMaio, Mrs. DeMaio, can we do more? We want to be interns." We essentially, we say they're missionary disciples. I mean, they essentially want to
Continue.
Yeah.
And disciple.
yeah, and
Absolutely.
we make more of them. So
Yeah, exactly. So let's start with Antel.